In the small town of Whittier in Southern California, the streets are closed and the whole town is getting ready for the biggest car show of the year. It's still early Saturday morning and hundreds of cars are lining up, waiting to fill the streets with amazing show cars. There are lowriders, bombers, muscle cars, hot rods, antiques, and one itty-bitty car that looks like a toy.
How's it going? My name is Edgar. This is my 1949 Chevy pickup, 5-window. Looks all rusted and all, but underneath is all nice and good, runs real good. Yeah, no, I mean, I get a lot of thumbs up, you know, but the way it runs like a normal car, man. Ain't nothing wrong with this truck. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this. It's gonna stay like this. Oh, this is the Uptown Whittier car show. They do it every year. This is a good show to come to, have a good time with the family. You know, this whole area around here is pretty, there's a lot of lowriders, a lot of old bombs, so we get a lot of cars. You could say probably like about 300, 400, 500. Keep cruising.
Here we go. The gates are open and the V8s are revving, filling Main Street with a pleasant rumble. If you like American cars from the 30s and 40s to the 70s and 80s, this is the place to be on a nice summer day. All kinds of American beauties are rolling by in an amazing collage of styles from all decades. Everywhere you look, there's something that catches your attention and you go, wow, look at that one. Nowhere else can you see all your favorite cars like this. Restored looking factory new. It's as if all these cars, no matter what year they were built, just rolled off the assembly line, ready for adventure. It really is amazing. Once they have taken their positions, everyone gets their rags out. It's time to get the last polish. Getting rid of any dust, looking their very best before the judges make their rounds.
Hi, my name is Hugo Sanchez, and I just restored this 1978 Laguna Gray Stingray Corvette. A year and a half, weekends only, straight, and this is the result. Maintenance and upkeep on a vehicle like this is pretty basic. There were no electronics, everything you could pretty much get at your local auto shop, whether it's an alternator, a battery, cables, spark plugs. As long as you keep it up, you're going to be good to go for a long time. This is what we do behind the scenes in our man caves, in our garages, in our sheds. We take in old cars. It might be something that may look like this, junk to somebody, but treasure to another. The satisfaction is watching people's oohs and ahs, and from little kids to adults, the faces, the expressions of joy shows what the result of your hard work and effort went into, and that's what you do this for.
All these old cars have very distinguished hood ornaments, classic symbols of power, speed, and strength. A lot of them were inspired by the airplane industry, and later also the space industry. The combination of craftsmanship involved to restore these old cars, and the beauty of the lines in the bodies and the amazing paint jobs makes a car show like this a sensory overload to experience. Wherever you turn, there's another masterpiece. You hear people saying, "Oh, look at that one," and "I used to have one of those," or "Hey, look at what they did over here." Everyone has a big smile on their faces as they walk around and enjoy the show, the beautiful weather, and all the good food. And everyone is here, from kids and grandkids to parents, grandparents, and of course, car enthusiasts of all ages.
Hi, my name is Richard. We're here on a beautiful Saturday here at the Uptown Whittier Car Show. And let me tell you a little something about my little car. It's a 1971 Honda 600. It's a 2-cylinder, 600cc engine with a maximum horsepower of 36 horses. It's a cute little car. I always fell in love with these cars. It's just a curiosity. Back in high school, I had a neighbor who had one, and I fell in love with it. And I've always been loving these little micro cars. Finding parts for these little cars is really difficult. You got to go to the internet. You got to, work the phones. But again, there's a specialist around, Mr. Tim Ming, and he's the guru god of these cars. And he's actually rebuilding serial number 1. It's a prototype that was supposed to be destroyed back in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s, and he found it. He's restoring that for Honda, and he's a great mechanic for these cars. He's the only full-time mechanic for the Honda 600s. The car shows and the cruising nights, as you can see, I mean, we have cars from every year, all kinds of makes and models, and everybody gets together to show off their pride in their car. It's a good thing to have. It's a good atmosphere, good people, and then we're just a bunch of motorheads and wrench turners that put a lot of time and effort in our cars. And as you can see, we have a lot of beautiful cars, and every day of the week you can find a cruise night. Everybody meets up at a parking lot and just talks about their cars and the work they put into them. The California car culture is different from anywhere. Our culture here in Los Angeles, mostly in Southern Cal, actually is great because of the weather, and here it is, we're constantly moving and everybody has a car, and regardless what year it is, you think your car is the best. So you want to show pride in it, show it off, and the car culture here is, I guess, the mecca of all car shows. Cali style.
Hey, my name is Mondo from Cuba Car Club. We're here at Uptown Whittier for the car show on a beautiful Saturday. My car's a 1958 Brookwood station wagon. I've been restoring it for 4 years. It belonged to my in-laws. My wife was a little girl when my father-in-law had it, so here it is now. It was in San Fernando, and it sat for 25 years and never moved. It was never covered, so I had to do a lot of restoring, and it's still in the family. We still got a long way to go. I put power steering, airbag it, I gotta get a visor. Still got a long way to go. Well, the car show now, it's all about family. Everybody gets together, all the car clubs, bring their family, kids. Everybody just relaxes, has a good time, and it's all a family affair. Yeah, then you walk around, you look at other people's ideas, you look what they've done, steal people's ideas, and you do it too. And they get ideas from you. Everybody swaps ideas. Keep low riding, and low riding is not a crime.
The great thing with this car show is that all kinds of cars are here, and they all drove here. No trailer queens as far as you can see. Some people like their cars to stay true to time, looking rusty and worn. They will probably get a new engine and suspension, but they like the cars to look their age. But for the most part, you can look around and see the huge amount of time these people have spent on making the cars look like they just rolled off the assembly line. Or even better, with all kinds of upgrades and new paint jobs. This is Whittier Boulevard, east of downtown Los Angeles. This is the heart of the cruising scene. It's still early in the evening, and you can see the cars lining up for tonight's showdown. As the sun is setting, more and more people are filling the sidewalks waiting to see some amazing rides cruising up and down the boulevard. The low-riding scene started after World War II in East LA, and especially Whittier Boulevard. And they used to hop for pink slips. Whoever could jump the highest with their tricked car would win the other car. Not racing, hopping. Whittier Boulevard is also where the famous East LA hot dog wrapped in bacon has its origin. In the early days of lowriding, it became a statement that the authorities didn't always agree with. So in 1958, they made it illegal for any car to operate that was lower than the bottom of the wheel rims. So in 1959, a customizer named Ron Aguirre developed a way of bypassing the law with the use of hydraulic Pesco pumps and valves that allowed him to change the ride height at the flick of a switch. The following year saw the emergence of the Chevrolet Impala, which featured an X-shaped frame that was perfectly suited for lowering and modification with hydraulics. Between 1960 and 1975, customizers adapted and refined GM X-frames, hydraulics, and airbrushing techniques to create the modern lowrider style. As you can see, there are so many cool cars coming from every direction, it's almost hard to keep up. No matter where you turn your head, you see another beauty. And there are hundreds of people on every block cheering, taking pictures, and just having a good time. And as the evening turns into night, there are more and more real hoppers coming out, showing off, doing some amazing tricks. The love for the American car culture has spread to many places around the world. In Scandinavia, for example, for a long time there has been a subculture of both young and old people that are in love with everything American from the 50s and 60s. The cars, the music, and the attitude. Even Japan has lately gotten into the Mexican-American lowrider culture. They even like to dress the same way as the Chicanos, shorts, high socks, and sunglasses. And they feel very strongly about their families, just like the Mexican Americans. And of course, they drive their lowriders with pride.
Hey, hey, hey.